Ladies and gentlemen, those in between and those far out, longtime viewers and newcomers alike, welcome back to the U Idaho Esports Twitch channel and the Vandal pre-show. My name is Kaz Phoenix, joined here today by Brooke Blevins, currently Dean of the College of Education and was it Human
Health
Health?
and Human Sciences.
Health and Human
Yeah,
Sciences. I always
mouthful.
forget like the last
Yeah,
few words in
yeah.
that, because I haven't taken any classes in that college.
Well, come on over. Love for you to be with us.
I plan to.
Okay.
That's the purpose of the show. It's to showcase kind of underrepresented parts of the campus, talk to
Awesome.
people from different departments, and see what they do. But Brooke, thank you for joining me on the show today. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thanks for having me. This
How-
is so fun.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm sure you already got the tour of the
Yeah,
space
it's
from
great
Wayne a little bit
space.
earlier. Is this your first time down here?
Absolutely, my first time. Never even been in the basement. So,
Did you know the building had a basement?
I'd seen some stairs, so I thought maybe there's something down there. But that was
makes
the
sense.
extent of my knowledge.
I feel like that is what a lot of people think of the space in the building itself. Like a couple people walk by and they're like, "Oh, there's stairs. Where do those go?" And they just never
Exactly.
think to look. Yeah, but we're glad that you get to join us today.
Yeah.
On this very very wonderful Wednesday evening, afternoon,
Yeah.
however you want to look at it. It's probably getting dark as we speak.
It
So
is.
yeah, daylight is a fun thing. But at this point in the show, I like to do the formal, informal handing of the talking stick. I'll allow you to more formally introduce yourself to
Okay.
our audience, talk about what you do here at the University of Idaho, and anything else that you think our audience might want to know about you.
Fascinating. Well, I'm so glad to be here today and to get to see your space. Like, really cool things happening down here. So thanks for the opportunity. So I'm Brooke Blevins. I'm in my 4th year as the Dean of the College of Education, Health and Human Sciences, shortened to EHHS if you want to know. And my job, I like to describe it as being the chief champion of our college. So I get to tell our story far and wide and share the good things that we're doing throughout our college. Our college is pretty diverse in what we offer. So we're not only training future educators, K-12 educators, but we're training higher ed leaders. We're training folks in adult organizational and learning and leadership and organization development. We also have this other half of our college where we are training folks in exercise, sport, and health sciences, recreation and sport management, dance. So we have a pretty diverse college, and
Yeah, I would say so. I was like, I wouldn't immediately recognize where some of those majors would go, but it also makes sense that they're under that school,
Yeah.
right? Like with dance and a lot of the fitness classes and stuff like that. I was thinking it's like, oh, there's got to be some like dedicated science school that the college has, but it's kind of where you are in a weird way. That's not the College of Natural Resources.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it's a diverse college, and we get to do a lot of fun stuff. We're a professional college, so we're preparing students to go out into future professions, to be certified teachers or school leaders, but also they may walk into be certified strength and conditioning coaches or exercise physiologists. So we're also preparing our students to go on to allied health professions, so pre-PT, pre-OT, pre-athletic training. So we have a lot of great programs. Our students, one of the things I love about our college is that 100% of our students participate in experiential learning. So they all participate in some kind of practicum or internship experience, so they're getting real-world experience pretty early on, because we don't want you to be in our college and like realize, hey, I don't want to be a teacher, or I don't want to actually be a strength and conditioning coach. We want you to know that early on so you can figure out your right trajectory. And so that's why we engage in that experiential learning early on.
So you said 100%.
Yeah, every student in our college participated in some kind of experiential learning.
That is a super cool stuff. Is it like a requirement for students?
It is. It's part of all of our degree programs at the undergraduate level.
Yeah.
Some of our graduate don't necessarily have it as a requirement, but most of those folks are working professionals in and of themselves, yeah.
Or doing some kinds of residencies in their fields, I'm sure.
Or doing research in some lab as well. So that is experiential learning, of course, too.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You are the dean of the college that one of my roommates recently graduated from as a math educator.
All right. Awesome.
Who has been enjoying that, recently started subbing at Moscow High.
Okay.
And I have never seen that man more happy, who has been managing a McDonald's for the past couple years of being in Moscow. I was curious. I like being able to put names to faces and have things to acknowledge things from the university is, regardless of how small the student population may seem in compared to other campuses. There are a lot of things that go on here, lots of bureaucracy. I like getting to know all the little different steps about that, and that's what's super cool about this show.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I'm blanking. That's awesome. Yep. Wednesday. Even in the middle of the week, I'm still like this. No. Now, you say that you've been in the university, or at least in Moscow, for 4 years. You are not originally from the Palouse.
I am not from the Palouse.
You
that is correct.
are Texas born?
Texas born and raised.
You're kind of from a lot of other places in Texas. You kind of bounced around, originally doing your undergrad in San Antonio.
Yeah.
You did your doctorate at UT Austin. Did some, grad assistance there as well. You worked at Baylor for 11 years, and that was where you were before you came here in 2022. Tell me about your life growing up in Texas, because I don't meet a lot of Texans who come up here.
Well, first of all, way to do your homework to remember all those stats. That's quite impressive. Born and raised in Texas, had never lived anywhere outside of Texas before I got recruited to come to the University of Idaho. Did not want to come here, had never been to Idaho. There's no way I'm going to take a job in Idaho. Came here, flew in. At the time, there was like a prop plane that flew into the Pullman airport, and I was like, oh, Lord, I hope I don't die. I did it, good news, and fell in love with this place. And went back home and told my husband, I was like, I'm just so proud of the work that they're doing at the University of Idaho. And he was like, oh, that's when I knew we were going. And so, moved here. So my life in Texas kind of moved up. My mom was an educator. I'm a 4th-generation educator. My mom was a single mom, and we moved around as she moved up the career ladder. So I got to go to a lot of different schools, meet a lot of different people, develop a lot of resiliency when you're in a new school and having to make new friends and all that good stuff.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, so that was good times, and didn't think a 4th-generation educator was like, I'm gonna be a genetic engineer. I didn't really know what that meant. As soon as I got to college, I was like, not for me, and decided to pursue what had always been my passion, which was becoming a teacher. And I taught high school, and I coached the speech and debate team, and traveled a lot with kids. And I love high schoolers. I love teenagers. It's a fun time. So. Then went back to graduate school, decided I could make maybe more of an impact by teaching future teachers, and did that for a long while. And then I ended up here somehow. Some way. Yeah, some way.
Do you feel like Moscow, or the Palouse in general, I don't know how much of the Palouse you've experienced, but do you feel like it's similar to any places that you've been in Texas? Texas is a big place.
Not so much in Texas. We spent a lot of time in the mountains of New Mexico and the northern part of New Mexico. And so it reminds me a lot of where we actually got married in Red River, New Mexico. We vacationed there a lot when we lived in Texas. So it reminds me of that in terms of the topography and the mountains and all of that. But I've never lived in a place this beautiful before, and cannot imagine not living in a place like this. So, yeah, we love it here.
Oh, that's very, very wonderful. I come from Southern California myself, which is also kind of geographically diverse depending on where you are.
Totally.
But something I learned to appreciate when I came up here was just like, wow, there are trees and there are seasons that I watch happen in front of me. I'm so used to living in the desert, basically. We're it's like, oh, there's some Joshua trees over there, and those always look like that. And sometimes it's cold, but you really get to see nature at its fullest extent here in Moscow, which I think
fall is just something
so beautiful. I remember my first fall here when I was still a part of the School of Music, just walking up and down that road. Beautiful every single day. All the orange and yellow leaves when everything started falling. This was before the rain, by the way.
When the leaves are still on the trees.
Everything's pretty, and then the rain comes and all the leaves on the ground get soggy, and it's like a part of it. It's like
you have to endure it for the beauty of it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, what I'm more curious about, because you had spent so much of your life in Texas, you were saying that you probably would have never imagined yourself here in Idaho. What was that kind of recruitment process for getting you up here?
Good question. In these jobs, like dean jobs and above, a lot of times universities use search firms, and so they sort of send out this mass recruitment to anybody who's at that same part in their career or maybe
Mm.
looking to advance. And so you get these series of emails in and you're like, okay, well, I'm interested in this or not interested in that. So got an email and then got a couple more from the search firm that was doing this particular search. And I told my husband, I was like, hey, you want to go to Idaho? Like I got an email about this. I'm thinking like maybe I would apply. And he was like, I've always wanted to live in the Pacific Northwest. I've always wanted to live up in that area. I was like, okay, fine, I'll apply. And so I did, and it took a little while to get back to me. I was like, okay, clearly they don't want me to come. Then I got, a Zoom interview, I guess, at the point in time, and did that, and I was like, yeah, I probably didn't do great. And then they were like, we want you to come to campus. Okay, fine, I'll come to campus.
It's like, oh, we'll do the formalities
yeah,
and such,
yeah, but
right?
I'm still not coming. That's 1,900 miles across the country, and I have 3 kids, and I'm not moving them to like go somewhere anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's how it all happened, and then I got here, met the people, met my faculty, met my staff, met students, met our senior leadership, our provost and our president. And I was
Mm.
like, I can work at that place.
Mm.
That's a good place to be. So, yeah, that's how that all came to be.
This is wearing.
Yeah.
You give great answers, which is helpful for me, who was having a slower day. So thank you for
Hey,
bearing with me on that.
wacky, wonderful Wednesday.
Well, as we are approaching towards the end of the interview, I'd like to wrap this up a little bit. This is not okay. Director Spock is off screen trying to give me things that are now in frame, so we'll address that later. But as we approach the end of the interview, I'd like to move it over for, I guess, your intended career aspirations. You mentioned that you discovered that you felt like you had a bigger impact teaching future educators. And obviously you'd been in Waco for 11 years
Yeah.
before coming up here. I mean, maybe this is like a very like soundbitey question, so I'm sorry if it seems like I'm coming off that way, but do you feel like you plan to stay at the university for a similar amount of time, maybe make a similar impact, maybe find something new?
Yeah, I have no intentions of leaving here. I love what I get to do. And I do like the same concept is your impact changes. I'm not sure necessarily it's bigger by any means, but it's a different type of impact. And I love getting to lead out and support the people that work in our college and beyond. And yeah, I have 3 kids in school here. We love Moscow. We love this university. We think really great things are happening here. Like this is an example of really innovative things that are happening. So yeah, no intentions to leave. Would love to stay at this place for a long, long time.
Well, that is reassuring to hear. You were lovely to have on.
Thanks so much.
Going to look at different classes. Do you have any course recommendations? I know it's a little above where you typically sit, but do you have any course recommendations for a JAM student looking to explore different fields of study?
Well, I think the easiest way to get involved in our college is with our iFit courses. So come take one of our iFit courses, 1 credit
I'm a personal
courses.
fitness student right now.
8 weeks. You can do all sorts of like physical activity, but we also have well-being classes. So mental health, we have mindfulness, we have stress relief. So come take one of those and get an introduction.
Do you also host the Anytime Yoga class? Is that under your school?
I don't. That one's not familiar to me. Does it? Like if it's credit bearing, we host it. I'm not sure if
it is credit bearing, but it's like an online like async class.
Oh, then we probably do host it. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know that specific.
No, it's fine. I've unfortunately drained a little bit of that class out of my memory. I did not participate in that as much as I should. As I was talking to you about before the show, right?
Maybe not that kind of. Maybe you don't need asynchronous courses. Maybe you need to show up.
Yeah.
To class.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Well, Brooke, it was absolutely a pleasure to have you on the show. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm glad that you got to come down and see the space.
Me too.
As you might have seen, my boss so very nonchalantly threw this towards my way. And as a thank you for joining us here on the show, we would like to offer you a jersey, a player jersey.
That's awesome.
To initiate you as one of our honorary members of the Vandal Esports program.
I love that. Thanks for initiating me. I mean, this is an honor, a real honor. Appreciate
it. I hope it gains some real value for you in the future.
Absolutely.
But at least for the show, that is it. So again, thank you so much. I'm going to be moving the action over to our caster room. Tonight, our Marvel Rivals team is playing West Virginia Wesleyan. It's sure to be a fun, exciting time. This is our Marvel Rivals team's last game of the regular season because, they got their delayed start. So we do hope you stick around to support them. I will be doing so here physically in the basement of the Pittman Center, which you are all welcome to join me at. But at least for now, I will be signing off the show. So from Dr. Blevins and Kaz Phoenix, we're wishing you a good night and V's up.